We press on through the mud and pop out in the snow and score my favorite weapon in the game, the automatic rifle. Now, I'm not going to try to gun expert this thing, but do note it has a whopping drum magazine that holds 10 rounds. Also, this guy seems to have succumbed to the cold. He's frozen. Alright, people, just like we rehearsed. 1 and a 2 and a ta-ta. Now it's your turn to go left, right. Man, if they had all rushed me at once, we'd be in trouble. It's been a while since I played Duck Hunt. Hit feedback. Yeah, the hit feedback in this game is not amazing.
You got red on you.
That doesn't look... Yeah. Hold on. Oh, we've got vents. Houston, we have vents.
Aber nein, seit dem
Yep, shotgun. Close quarters weapon. I'm down to a toe of health again. Well, it's not snowing anymore. Now it's sepia ink. Oh, that doesn't look good.
Do you like dogs? Thanks.
Alright, you got... Yep, you got dogs. Alright. What? They explode? Okay, yeah, I realize there is a historic precedence for this. It was horrible and ineffective, but the Soviets did strap mines to the backs of dogs and train them to run under tanks. And predictably, frightened dogs tend to run back to their handlers, which is inconvenient when they have an armed mine attached to them. I certainly didn't expect it in this game, though. Ironstorm, are you seriously going to make me shoot dogs in kennels? And have them whine as I do so. You're losing points by the second, game.
All dogs go to heaven because, unlike people, dogs are naturally good and kind.
I'm running with the
I take it all back. One bite, one kill. These venomous dogs do not go to heaven. And the BRAP grenades are a handheld war crime.
James, the Russian helicopters are bulletproof.
Of course they are. Rusky propaganda.
But you should be able to shoot them down with rockets.
It was then I realized all along I should have asked myself the most important question. What would B.J. Blazkowicz have done?
So this involves a very dissatisfying back and forth through an S-bend in the trenches, and just like the sniper rifle, this rocket launcher appears to work when you actually use the zoom. Yeah, it was basically exactly like that.
Hey look, I made a bridge.
Needing to climb over a crashed helicopter to traverse a crater may not be the most contrived way to gate off progress I've ever encountered, but it's certainly worth a long-suffering sigh and an eye roll. Give it a Fast and the Furious 9 out of Bond. This bunker finally broke me. This is the point where I stopped trying to provide myself with the authentic blind new player experience and looked up a guide. And I struck solid gold. Rammelmeyer 15 has produced a comprehensive, detailed, well-written, witty. This is a good read even if you don't intend to play the game. Okay, maybe not, but I will provide a link in the description below. There's a cheat that gives you full health and it's called La Tonga. We will not be using that. We will not be using that.
Oh, no! You're Lieutenant Anderson. Go on! Get out of here!
James, don't shoot your own men!
He was suffering.
Hi, James. Do you read me? Fortune favors the brave. The Wolfenberg.
This is no longer just a cousin to Wolfenstein. This is Wolfenstein's cousin that stole Wolfenstein's clothes and won't stop calling Wolfenstein's girlfriend. And we're fighting Germans now instead of Russians. Plagiarism aside, to be fair, this is the point where it flipped for me. This is the point where I stopped poking roadkill out of morbid curiosity and started having fun.
Stockholm Syndrome is not officially recognized as a mental disorder or a specific psychological diagnosis by the American Psychiatric Association, or included in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders.
Popping in and out of cover, sniping soldiers from afar, tense close combat sections, I really feel this is Iron Storm at its best, when it's trying its hardest to rip off its inspiration. So you trip into a courtyard which is occupied by a tank produced by Tonka. And what I mean by that is the turret/operative's compartment is conspicuously sized to accommodate the player.
Okay.
You have to locate some mines which you place on the brainless rails this thing loops on, thereby disabling it. Then you proceed to the next tank, which looks properly the business.
I don't care who you are. Feel the might of the Baneblade.
We can't take this tank out. We'll have
The tank's busted.
So you lure the 40k tank back to the square with the Tonka tank and take it out with the Tonka tank cannon. And this situation is actually really tense and effective. It's really tense and effective. It's pretty neat for this game. So you get it to follow you back to the square.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Yeah. It's basically like that. Okay, we're gonna save before we hit this button. Oh. Was that physics? Here we get an interesting bit of jankiness where the buildings render further away than the guards inside them until the lightning flash betrays them. Still not sure I'm hitting anything. So after going through all this effort to infiltrate this facility, you ride this elevator down and you're supposed to let yourself get captured. Which I would have known if I'd have been paying any attention to what Chick was saying. How is she getting a signal down to us? But I didn't, and so I didn't, and I wasted quite a lot of time trying to fight my way out of an unwinnable situation. In another embrace the jankiness moment, you have to deliberately drop every single weapon you're carrying, including every individual grenade, and not accidentally flinch with your feet, thereby picking them up again, and potentially ticking the guards off again. Although it is hilarious to think of this mook having to carry all this weight through the facility. Alright, I'm going to flip that coin right back over. All the goodwill and bonhomie that Wolfenberg generated in me got sucked right out by the dopamine vampire that is this level. Forced stealth with wonky to non-existent stealth mechanics. Who was dense enough to think creeping and crouching around corners to avoid guards could ever be fun? Okay, well this isn't that. Backtracking through identical vents at crouching speed. Got nothing but a knife and have to run down scientists who have been thoroughly trained and conditioned to sprint towards alarm buttons and absolutely nothing else. I'm resorting back to the Book of Ramelmeyer and have zero shame over it. Screw this level, this is not a Bond game. Also, we detonate a nuclear thing to progress the level. This isn't Duke 3D either. Now, hey! Now I do have to give a nod of respect to a game that has a dedicated button to let me get off of ladders. I'm sorry, I'm breaking it off again. Yeah, making the G.I. Joe video was so much fun. This is torment. I've got to where I dread coming home from work and chewing on this thing again, and it's not just playing it, it's editing the video and reliving it. If you guys made it this far, Jesus loves you. Thanks for watching.